What's up, everybody?
You need me to pat you on the back? What's going on?
Through the phone?
Hey, the way these phones working.
Honey,
Shit.
okay? Ask Siri, shit.
Next, we gonna be able to pat people on the back. The way they know everybody business, they can't feature to pat somebody on their back because they show dropping dimes on everybody through this fucking phone. Shit. This. Well, listen. What's up, Greenhouse? Mo loves us. Carmel girl, Kelly Smith. What's up? Shout out. 5-year home ownership. Y'all got some long ass names. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. You got to be hooked on phonics to read some of this shit. Asia Lynn.
That's my homie, 5-year home ownership.
Bitch, you got to know all your ABCs when you come and read my name.
Hey, Asia. Did y'all watch that Versus?
Yes.
Hey, everybody, Obigo. Okay, I see y'all dropping me emoji. Okay.
Yes, with the verses. So, come on, not with the disrespect. Come on now, I'm live. Shit, I have to tell these marks. You know what I'm saying? They get all right.
Please don't be out there fighting the cicadas today.
Honey,
Ooh, honey. You know what? My forehead looks like that man on the Shade Room today from Florida who was defending himself. No. Not his forehead, because his forehead wasn't bad. I think it was on Crime News in the D, and he was breaking into that house on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Girl.
My God.
With you, okay?
I'm not messing with me either, but y'all on Bigo, this is Rants and Robes. So if y'all like, why she got a robe on? Because
you know what? By the time I figure this shit out, it'll be over. But look, in Triller app, okay, because see, I'll throw Triller on one phone, I'll throw Insta on the other. On the Triller app at the beginning when it started, because I was on time. You know what I'm saying? I was on time at 8 o'clock. Hey, where they? I was looking for them to the app. You see what I'm saying? And in the beginning, they say Eve versus Trina. Vote. Of course, I voted for Eve. But I will say, Trina did a good job.
I think they both did it. I think, to me, this was probably the best Versus.
Not the best. Why? Because it was only an hour and a half. They didn't keep you over like church.
Honestly, probably that. But I think this was the best Versus because they didn't seem like, it didn't seem like a battle. It really seemed more like a concert. Like they literally was like vibing, gigging. It wasn't like no unsettled beef there or something like that. Like, you know, some of that shit just been seeming forced. Y'all, you know.
Yeah,
and so they Versus, you know what? Okay, you know what? DMX and Snoop to me had the best Versus. Rest in peace, DMX. But as far as the ladies, this has been the best Versus to me between ladies, period. And they got it done in an hour. Shit, that's what more can I ask for? Hell.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement. That Earth, Wind, and Fire Versus was the shit to me. I'm sorry, the one with him and
with Steve Harvey. Earth, Wind, Fire, and Mr. Biggs.
Baby, they took.
No, I mean just as the vibe, like with the women.
Yeah. I mean,
they, as far as the women between, I think Erykah Badu and Jill Scott vibe. Theirs was a real mood. But it was, they did Versus when Versus was still how we doing Rants and Robes and shit. You know, SWV, don't go there because y'all know Coco was on there showing her ass. Coco did not want to be on there. I don't know if she beat out with Candy, Tiny, the other ones, Tasha. Who, why? I don't know what it is. I don't know if SWV and Escape. I don't know, but this is the thing when it comes to them. Yeah, SWV and Escape, they thing never was good. The first one or the fucking second one. I just feel like you can't put women together for some reason. And if y'all missed it, because we're not gonna go down that line, go to Rocky Road Media or go to YouTube. Go through Rocky Road Media to the YouTube page. Or after this live, if you want to see it, click on the website on her on her link in her bio. Go there and watch it on YouTube from Shade and Shenanigans last week. We talked about this. So if you really want to know how I felt about that versus between SWV and Escape, go ahead and watch the previous episode of Shade and Shenanigans because we talked about this. I broke it down. So there
And
we
I
go.
piece with it too. But I got a comment even today. Somebody should have put some whipped cream on top of Coco ass before she walked out to that stage. Okay.
Not some whipped cream, honey.
She needed to come. She was drinking. Okay. We couldn't even tolerate it. We couldn't even hold a cup when it came to her. She was on that bullshit. Coco was on that bullshit. Now, I'm not saying she wasn't going through nothing. I'm not going to say she wasn't going through nothing because people go through shit. On that bullshit. And I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. So,
Big Coke was definitely on that bullshit.
Man, okay. I mean, I said, look at Mariah Carey 2.0. How they say, you know,
Excuse me. What the
but they say she a diva. I don't know. Me personally, I've never ever met Mariah Carey. We've never exchanged any letter of the alphabet at any time. So, but I'm just saying, I heard that she was a diva, and Coco was acting how they say Mariah is. That's all I'm saying.
Not that's all I'm saying. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. That's just a word on the street, baby. I don't make
Coco
shit up.
ass ain't even got enough clout to be acting like that, though, is what I'm trying to figure out. What? And as I said on Shade and Shenanigans, it's called Sisters with Voices, not Coco and us. And Coco really be out here like she just the one. And I'm gonna give it to her. She do be carrying them notes. Like, God damn, that Coco can sing. But she's not big enough to be at the level where she's at as far as her celebrity. Like,
Man,
only we know Coco. You know what I'm saying? These new age people, they don't know who SWV is. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to that verses and shit, like, we the one watching them verses and shit. Like, it's, you know, these Gen Z, Gen X people not watching them, but they know who Candy is and they know who Tiny is and probably Escape. So it's like she's already cut herself off from an audience of people she could have gained, but her attitude is so.
yeah, but you know what? People like that bullshit though. They
People
like
like nasty attitudes.
so
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
young
Hey baby, with the rainbows and shit and the bomb.
young people today think having a bad attitude is cute. So she might not have skipped the beat, honey. They
You
think
know
that's
what? And I don't know what's wrong with that shit. That's what's really annoying. Like, where did y'all? Who raised y'all motherfuckers to think that being mad all the time and having your nose turned up and all that shit was gonna get you far?
it's gonna get you as a heart attack and a stroke. Cause I can't be sitting up carrying up all that hell up on me. That's where it's gonna get you. But she's the woman of the night. And you know why she still ended up the lady of the night?
The lady of the night.
Yeah, she still ended up being, you know, the highlight because her son came out on stage.
Who? Eve.
Coco.
Oh, Coco. Oh,
Yeah.
at that battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say something real mean, but we don't say things mean about people, kids. Well, it really wasn't even about people, kids. It was about Coco. Fuck Coco, okay? Period. But I had to comment back to my boy about SWV. That SWV and Escape, the music was a vibe. Shit, I vibe to Ashanti and Keisha Cole, but damn, Keisha Cole did everything but fucking hit Ashanti at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she should have went on ahead and hit her.
Same old shit. So who you say got it tonight? Who? Eve?
I think Eve.
Yeah.
Honestly, to be honest, I'm only gonna say Eve because I gigged more to Eve or whatever, but I liked it. I don't even know because at this point I was going back and forth. And then when Trina played Look Back at Me, all I could think about was, my God, why was that my ringtone? Shit. Like, could you imagine being in the middle of Target, then your phone just go, this bitch super slicer. Like, don't let me not get to the shit, because it was the cussing version. I got an ass so big like the sun. My God, I wonder if I put my phone on vibrate at church. Because the ignorance inside of me, my shit would have rung in choir rehearsal. Like, what? My God.
You know what?
Look back at me. Shit.
The thing about it, the funniest part about all that shit that you just said is everybody in church be acting like they live so perfect and they be on the same shit. We just keep it real. Now I'm not about to have that ignorant ass shit on my phone.
No, it was definitely my ringtone. I
No.
recorded that shit off the fucking CD player and had it as my ringtone. I didn't even download it. That's why I had the whole song. It was so ghetto. I'm not even gonna lie. It was so ghetto. And when I heard that shit tonight, I was like, my God, like, why was I like this? Why? Why?
You know what? I was mad because Eve did her Hot Boys verse so early in the show. Like,
I was waiting on that shit though. Like literally, when I say I was like bald headed Eve, I had my blonde pieces coming out. I was waiting on that. When she dropped Hot Boys, I was like, ooh, please let Hot Boys be next. And it was. And when she did Love is Blind, let me tell y'all, rest in peace, Carol. My mother was an advocate DMX and Eve fan, okay? Like,
my God.
she had so many CDs, and like as kids, like this is what we listen to. You know what I'm saying? So when Eve dropped Love is Blind, and then she told that little story before, she was like, damn, you know, it's people that still go through this. And when the music dropped, I was like, my God. Remember that skit that used to come on the CD before that? Love is Blind, and basically like it was domestic violence, and the man like basically beat the girl ass. That like shit, right there in the skit. Why my mama used to always listen to that shit, it kind of traumatized me today. So when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, that skit. You know, I didn't know she was about to do Love is Blind, but she was like, I'm about to keep it slow, blah, blah, blah. And then when the music came on, I was word for word with that shit. Like, damn, I was raised so ghetto. Shit. And then I had the kids was here. You know, y'all got my nephews here, whatever, with me. So I got my 3 nephews and my daughter. So my nephews, they like, is that Megan Thee Stallion talking about Trina? Because she was so nasty. They didn't fucking know. And I said, no, y'all, I got to go head on. This is a live concert. But I was just telling them how this is the Megan Thee Stallion of my day. Now here go my nephew like, she nastier than Megan. At that point, he had to go. You know, concert's over for you.
But right though. He right.
He is right. But that's what I told him. I said, this is who Megan Thee Stallion gets it from. Like these, like in my day, this is who we had. We didn't have Megan Thee Stallion. The only thing Megan Thee Stallion got on Trina is them knees.
I think Trina has always rapped for shock value because I don't believe Trina is who she rap like. I really don't believe that's. Even when she told her story, like she was saying how she was like, "Oh my God, I hope my mom don't hear this," and you know, like they was trying to come up with shit, and they was like, "Say that, say this," and she did it. So I don't know. Maybe she is, but.
I think Trina is who she rap like. I think, to be honest, like she's a rapper. You know, we're regular folk. But when you put everything together, like who not a freak for their man, or who doesn't aspire to be that freak for their man?
No,
yeah, she might be rapping some whole shit, but do I believe she a hoe? No. But do I believe she actually be deep-throating and all the rest of that? Yeah. She probably lick the balls, take it all, however she says she take it, and all the rest of that. I do believe that she probably is a freak, but I think that that's just something she keeps between her and her man.
No, y'all, y'all gonna have to chill. I'm fucking live.
She has kept this up for a long time. And that new song she dropped today, I was like, Reese's. You ain't got no Reese's or whatever it was saying. I don't got no change or some shit. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go listen to it. I'm going to stream it, but.
I was like, it's ghetto, but I like it.
Yeah, it had a little spin. I'm going to go back and listen to it because it was like quick on verses. and I was trying to get ready to do this for y'all. So I didn't get the whole quite part, but yes, I did. I enjoyed the verses. What did y'all think about the verses and the not that song? I think we gotta give it a chance, Jay, because they cut it off so quick. All I know is she said something about some Reese's. She ain't no Reese's, or she is Reese's, but something about no change. So we gotta go back and listen to it again, and then we'll make our comments. Listen to it again and double back in the DM and let me know what you think. And I'm gonna let you know what I think too, because I gotta listen to the whole song. We only got about 45 seconds. So
Man, yeah. I don't know what she said, and I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I did. I do. But what I do know is it didn't sound terrible to me. I don't know. It sounded like some new shit. It sounded like Trina keeping up with the time, but she's still Trina. You know what I'm saying? So I could.
yeah, but that's everybody. That shit she played with Mulatto, the song she was featured on with Mulatto. I like that song, and I don't even know who the fuck Mulatto is.
Yeah, I know who Mulatto is. They only put her in the fucking shade room every 5 minutes. I mean,
But that's the only thing I know. Like if them kids right now was to be in the basement playing a Mulatto song, I would not know.
yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Who Mulatto was. So in that sense, I stay in my lane when it comes to me and music these days. I am a big fan of Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B too for being in that new movie.
Yeah.
One thing about Cardi,
She gonna get a
Cardi
bag.
is in her bag, baby. Okay. Sus is at the bottom of that bitch. I am here for Cardi B. Okay, Cardi B, I'm back, bitches. Okay, shit. The next song Cardi B dropped, I'm just interested in knowing because this bitch is in her bag. That's all I got to say about that. And I ain't never even seen the Fast and the Furious, but I'm gonna watch this last one.
Yeah, I've seen a couple snippets.
Yeah, the shit that you might see on the TV or some shit
Yeah,
like that. I can't tell you I done sat and watched the whole Fast and the Furious, and they on number 9. So, but shout out to Tyrese and Vin Diesel because they holding on. Honey.
They on number 9. I thought.
Yes, they on number 9. That's the one Cardi B in. Number 9.
Did I say ignorant ass 8 Mile? Did you hear that? My God.
They shooting.
No. Somebody was holding their horn loud as fuck. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just holding that. That's how they was over there.
Then EVE was playing that stuff from DMX.
Yes.
It's like I could just feel my mama loved DMX, y'all. I remember one time, I think I was in middle school. I might have been in 8th grade, maybe 9th grade. But DMX had came to Livonia at the park on 5 Mile. And I believe that's Inkster Road, that park right there. And they was setting up the stage. And I remember we was there so fucking early that we was like right at the front. When I say I was like little, okay, I was already like younger than a grade older. So even if it was 9th grade, I was 8th grade age. You know what I'm saying? I was young. When I say this DMX was on stage with his shirt off, like doing all this rah-rah shit, like my mama was like slobbing at the mouth and shit. And she carried me with her like a purse. Like she might as well have put me in her fucking purse. And here I am as a little kid, like, why the fuck he keep on barking? Like, what the fuck is this about? I did not understand none of that, but that's all we listened to growing up. And I was like, damn, Eve out here. Goddamn.
Maybe it's just me. Okay, so so DMX dropped the record before he passed. He transitioned.
And she is the definition to get out the mud. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And they played the song with him, Westside Gun, and somebody else. So Westside Gun always making the shooting noise with his mouth. And then DMX back there growling.
Growling.
So, yeah, he growling, and the old boy like boop 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 boop. So all of this shit is going on, and I love it.
I said, why is he growling and he's shooting out his mouth at the same time, simultaneously? Like, what? I said, this is, rest in peace, DMX, though, but
I don't know. I like it.
I just, one thing's for sure and two things for certain, Eve could probably still make music today.
Yeah, she
and
could.
be it. The thing about Eve, though, is Eve got with her man, and she said, fuck all y'all. She got with her rich boo, too. She got with that. Is he from Brazil? He from somewhere. I don't know.
I mean,
he
he
got
probably,
with him.
because you see, she ain't leave that boy. She went live from that bitch. She probably from London. He was like, I mean, you can go on ahead and participate, but your ass ain't gonna go over there and do it.
Nah, yeah.
Hi.
I was cool. She had her little audience too, but
what?
Eve,
Damn, she was by herself, just her and that fucking DJ.
Oh, I thought that she had an audience too.
Girl, they probably did it on the side of her crib. You know that man got money. The verses.
No, they probably was in her basement. Shit, who knew?
You know what I'm saying?
Her man do got money though. And because remember she was remember when she was doing that show, the Eve show, with the girl from Babs.
Mm-hmm.
When she was doing her show, I think that's when they was first fucking with each other. And then her show got cut. Remember the show was over. I think he had something to do with that because she left. Like that's when she was out of there, and then she kind of came back and did the talk show. Don't she do the talk show, or is that talk show over? I don't know, but I know she was doing the talk show. Was she doing The View or some shit like that? I don't know.
Yeah. It do seem like she be leaving her shit abruptly. It was like The View or something. The View.
Yeah, she was doing The View. She might still be doing it or something. I don't know. Yeah. Listen, her man, that's just like Serena man. But Serena said she's not gonna stop doing tennis now. I fucks with you, but and Serena had to have dated Drake and Common. My good sis do not have a type because her new man, that last picture I seen of him, he is just over there letting himself go. And he's still the breadwinner in their relationship. I am proud of Serena.
Yeah, why do he need to keep himself up?
Is he the BuzzFeed guy or something like that?
You know, some of these people, the money make them think they don't have to wash their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how money can have people so delusional. So, yeah, he probably was like, cut all that shit out. You know, you can go ahead down in the basement, you know, sing your song.
Hey.
Sing your song and all of that shit, but
I need Trick Daddy Dollars and Trina to go ahead and drop another song. They could come back out.
I need Trick to take care of his health, get better. You know what I'm saying? Lose that weight and get them cornrows so we can get that Trick Daddy from.
He do need to go back to that Trick Daddy before when he used to could take his shirt off. Because this Trick Daddy today, he need a jacket on. Fuck taking his shirt off. He need to put on more layers or some shit.
Are you crazy?
You know.
Not more layers. Baby, no. I don't know. Did he come on there with a lime green skull cap?
You know, at this point,
you know, but he don't feel well. You know. Who?
Trina, I guess.
Why would she be doing some shit like that? Who told her to do that?
I don't know. These people with this plastic surgery.
Honey, I don't know what that is. What is that Gorilla Glue they injecting in their lips or something?
I don't know, but time out when you say Gorilla Glue.
Oh shit!
And I'm all for us, you know, getting ahead. But have y'all seen the Gorilla Glue lady who put the glue in her head? Yo, did y'all see in the blogs that she's supposed to be coming out with hair products?
Baby, the devil is a liar. What are you?
Who in the fuck about to buy her hair products? Like, sus, bitch, you thought putting Gorilla Glue in your hair was smart. And this is the thing. It's either one or two things, y'all. One or two. Either she did that Gorilla Glue thing and was kind of thinking outside of the box to try to get this fame to draw into herself to then put out this hair care product like as some kind of like PR publicity stunt. Or she really thought after she did this Gorilla Glue thing that having this line of hair care products, I mean, I don't know, I don't know, one or two shit, either one. You thought maybe whatever. But here's the reality to that. Bitch, ain't nobody about to buy your fucking hair care products because you put fucking Gorilla Glue in your hair and you still fucking bald-headed. How you gonna come out in the same year talking about you about to put out hair care products and you still bald-headed? Like, I ain't seen her fucking hair grow. It's since they got the shit out her hair and cut that fucking ponytail out or whatever. Have y'all even seen her put her shit in a ponytail? How do we even know your hair is growing? So how you gonna expect for me to buy your hair care products? Like, shit, that'd be crazy. Like, I don't know who in her life told her, like, girl, just make a line of hair care shit. She had a better chance at making fucking lip gloss.
Let me tell you something. Okay, first of all, let's keep it a buck because I'm about to piss somebody off tonight. How many people do you know? I mean, we know a couple. But I say this. I won't even say it like that. I ain't even gonna come in here like that. It's a lot of people that don't take care of their hair, that don't give a fuck about their head. And because they be thinking it's not gonna happen to them, and they might be curious to fuck with her just because she was able to get this limelight with this Gorilla Glue. It might be some motherfuckers that will buy that shit. But however, whoever do or don't, that's crazy. I'm not Gorilla Gluing shit in the pot for the possibility that somebody gonna share that shit and I'm gonna get famous. Because guess what? There is also a possibility that that shit don't go viral. And bitch, now you just got a hair disease. Because you're 15 minutes of fame. No, I'm not fucking that. This is my head. See this, and you know what? Real shit. I'm about to get serious for a second. This is the crown of my head. This is really important here. Okay, some people that's sacred. You know what I'm saying? Some people are very serious about cutting their hair, all type of stuff, because they know how important this is the crown here. When I'm thinking about how relaxers do and how they get in, they go beyond your hair and your scalp and all that stuff. I stopped wanting to put that shit in my head. But people put all type of stuff in their head. They're not thinking about that. They're not. They're thinking about what they want. So it's possible.
I mean, but I'm saying like people. No, ain't nobody in their right fucking mind about to buy hair products from the girl who put Gorilla Glue in their hair. Let's be serious. People would be more or less likely, had this girl not went viral, people probably would have been more or less likely to put Gorilla Glue in their hair before they bought products from the person who put Gorilla Glue in their hair. So, I mean, I don't know. Shit, more power to her. Hell, shit, whatever floats her boat, whatever makes the shit good. Hell.
Maybe she need to write a book of what led her to do some dumbass shit like put Gorilla Glue in her head. That might sell. Because people don't know what kind of thought process was behind that. Now, I'm not trying to clown her. I'm really giving her something. That could be profitable because a motherfucker might want to know. I mean, because I'm not putting Gorilla Glue in my head. So I think it is kind of interesting to know what would drive an individual to do something as such. So, she might want to do that. But honestly, though, when I first seen the shit, I really looked at it like, damn, I know people gonna clown her. But she might have, really, this might have been an honest mistake. But then when people started talking about booking info, and I went to see she had booking info and something about her agent and all that, I was like, nah, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, my sister's big. She's real big now. She
Who is
got she got her Gmail and shit up in there too. Remember it was some issue about her
Gmail, girl? What?
yeah, for her booking, that booking somebody Gmail or some shit. But remember she had some issue with that GoFundMe.
Right. But what they booking her for? That's what I'm trying to figure. What is the booking
I
for?
don't know. Maybe she gotta go to talk to kids and tell them not to do dumb shit. I don't know. Maybe she going to career days because who in the fuck is booking her?
They paying
Not
for,
me.
who paying for
They
that?
be better off booking me. Hell, I got some shit to talk about. I might not be wrapped too tight around the edges, but shit, I ain't gonna put no Gorilla Glue in my hair.
These schools barely want to pay for us to go. Okay. So they damn sure ain't about to pay her ass. Look, I was about to say something mean, and I ain't
She
even
might got a. She might got a.
to
Not
speak.
God, my God. God just joined my live on Bigo. It's the Lord, y'all. Hey, God.
What? Girl, bye. That's crazy.
God did join. All caps. God is just say God joined. Hey, God.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I could go for some 7-layer dip. That, or 7-layer taco dip. That, or that, whatever that shit is. That taco dip shit. Okay. Now, see, this mosquito almost lost its life because it's being disrespectful. It's rolling up on me. Mm.
I got a question for y'all
Mm-mm.
in the comments
Let's be great.
about. I was being serious. I was being serious. But I was. My God. Got a wet mouth. Shit. It's like I'm about to slide or something.
Feel this thing here. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I want to know, and for everybody watching, everybody that's going to watch the playback and all the rest of that, I want to know, because you can have hoes in the male and the female term. So when I say hoes, I want everybody to respond to me when I say hoes. Why is people out here chasing these hoes? Like, y'all know these hoes is hoes. And then y'all, get with these hoes and want to settle down with these hoes, thinking that these hoes is going to stop being hoes. What is that about? Like, I mean, do you want to be a hoe too? Deep down inside, is it that you, or I didn't start being a preacher. I didn't start stuttering. Cause y'all know them preachers be stuttering. So is it, maybe you don't mean to be a hoe or settle down with these hoes, but is it that you get with these hoes because you just want to fuck, and then when you get it, it's good, and you like, oh my God, I gotta settle down with it so that you can have sex with this person forever? Like, what is this about? Like, what's going on with these hoes? Like, what are we doing here? Hey.
I mean, it's not even Juneteenth, and they over here clowning. I don't understand. My bad. Girl. Hey, law school on faith, girl. Let me tell you something. I don't know.
Is them fireworks?
That's what I'm telling you. And then I got these legion of moths over here. What the fuck? But yeah, that was fireworks. That's what I'm saying. No consideration, no respect.
Annoyed Daily. Hey, Annoyed Daily.
Thank you, law school on faith. Oh, my God. My God. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. There might be periods where you might catch me fanning at the bugs. I'm sorry, I can't write it out of the script. This is real reality TV.
Now I can't write it out of the script. Bye, dog. Anywho, so
who
yeah,
you?
you know what? If Eve and you know what? My thing is the next verses that they get that's together when people be in the same room. I think Steve Harvey should host every verses. Okay, Steve Harvey should be the permanent versus host.
I'd be here for Unc. And actually, if Bernie Mac was still alive, I say him over Steve. But since we don't have Bernie Mac, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Steve Harvey. Him
Steve
or
Harvey and MoNique.
I could do Dave Chappelle too.
I could do MoNique.
Not MoNique.
I could see MoNique. Actually, I could have seen MoNique hosting SWV and Escape. I could have seen her with Coco. Listen here, niece. niece, you got an attitude. I can see MoNique right now, like niece.
No, at that point, they needed Iyanla. Fuck MoNique. They needed Beloved.
You know what, Iyanla? One thing Iyanla gonna do is she gonna look at you and make you feel dumb. Like, I don't even know why we still doing this with Iyanla. Like, you get on this motherfucker and be spilling your fucking heart and soul out to her, and she just be standing there looking at you just like this. And then she be like,
But did
you even listening?
Did she hit you with some bullshit like, but do you see how, beloved, that's out of order? You're out of order. You know, your daddy didn't love you and your mama was whooping your ass. And you be like, damn.
I think MoNique, well, she wouldn't have had to been talking about nobody's presentation because they all looked good between SWV and Escape on the verses. But when it comes to her comments on presentation, again, for everybody who's just jumping in, if you want to get the full breakdown of how we both actually feel about that, go to YouTube, Rocky Road Productions LLC, and check it out because we did talk about this past Saturday on Shade and Shenanigans. It was a very good show, very funny. So go ahead and check it out on YouTube right now, Rocky Road Productions LLC. But when it comes to the presentation, what MoNique was talking about, I honestly don't feel that what she was saying was wrong. Like, we're literally, like, me, I'm 33. You know, I might not look it, but I am. So we're from an era when you literally was kind of dogged out if you went out of the house in pajamas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a Bonnet stage. Like, you literally was ghetto if you walked out of your house in pajama pants and a t-shirt. Like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, this ain't Spirit Day. Like, who in the fuck told you to come out of your house like this? You know? So it's and times have evolved so much so that now we're in an era where people come out in bonnets and everything. Like, leggings is a slippery slope because you never know if people just styling or if they really just rolled out of the bed and left the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we've come to a point in time where we have become so relaxed that we just out here in airports and in anywhere looking crazy. And it's like,
it's that loud ass shit.
I didn't grow up in an era where, not to say that wasn't accepted, but that was definitely frowned upon between us as a culture. It wasn't about what other people thought about us. It was what we as a culture thought about ourselves. So it's like here now you get to today's age and, you know, you got people out here styling in bonnets and, you know, pajamas is the thing. You know, lounge wear is now the new outdoor wear. You don't know, you know, what is what. So I think MoNique was just basically, as a person in the older generation or a person that comes from a different era where you know, she's way beyond my era. So I know she probably from an era where they wasn't even fucking wearing pants for real, you know. So it's like the older you get, the more you look at the times has changed. And it's like, you know, when we were growing up, they said some shit like, you know, stuck in their ways. I'm stuck in my ways too. I see that shit. I'm old. You're not gonna get me to turn with the new. I can't get with the mumble rap. I'm not with none of that shit. So I think that just was MoNique thing. I don't think she's really coming down on people. But she's telling these women, hey, you're in the airport. You never know who you're gonna meet. I know good and fucking well if President Obama and his wife walked in the airport and you had a bonnet on, you was gonna still want to walk up to them. You know what I'm saying? Like presentation and things like that matter. Like you might run into your favorite celebrity crush at the airport. If I was to run into Chris Brown at the airport, my God, and I had a bonnet on, oh my God, my God,
Double.
my God. Oof, I would have probably had to pull that bonnet off so fast, unwrap that hair, however I had to do it. And by that time, is the motherfucker still gonna be there? You know, so this is why we gotta, you never know who you gonna run into. And then first impressions mean everything. So as Auntie MoNique said, y'all, we got to just do better as a culture. And especially as women, we can't look at other women in their situations and then go out the next day in the bonnet, you know, and shit like that. Like, let's just do better.
You know what? I like what you're saying, and I agree. But let me play devil's advocate, okay? Because what if she is coming out on y'all asses? So what? If you went to church, okay? I'm gonna take it like this. I come from a time and era, and I'm sure they still do this to this day. If you went to church and your dress wasn't a certain length, they would
They
hand
cover you up.
for you to cover up.
They will give you that fucking scarf.
They wasn't worried about your feelings. They wasn't worried about what you was about to think or none of that. That was protocol. If you came up in this church house looking like a hooker, you gonna cover your ass up in the presence of the Lord, and more so in front of this pastor that has to speak the word to you. He don't need to be lusting and looking between your thighs while he trying to give the message of the Lord. That was the thought behind it. Okay? So wasn't nobody giving a fuck about nobody's feelings, but now we want to get mad because somebody say take that funky stankin' fine that you ain't washed in 3 weeks, bitch, off your head and look like you got some class. Wash your ass, put some pants up, and act like a woman. We got a problem with that? I don't even give a fuck if we got a problem with that. Because if we got a problem with that, we got a bigger problem. And the biggest problem is we can't nobody tell us nothing. And if can't nobody tell us nothing, we can't never do better. We ain't gonna
learn this shit.
Gonna be fucked up.
And you gotta learn from your OGs. That's the thing. Like you have to learn from your OGs. That I don't, you know, I don't know. You know what's crazy too is like a bonnet has became a hat and so it was such a time like
we came on here.
My daughter don't wear her bonnet out of the house or nothing like that. It hasn't got that deep. But she will wear that fucking bonnet all day. If we not doing shit like take that fucking bonnet off your head, like so it's like that shit is not cute.
You gotta listen. I don't give a damn. Listen, real shit. You want to wear your bonnet to take the trash out? That's cool.
Yeah, you taking the trash out.
But
don't go behind your house with that shit.
Right. Don't go past your driveway with a bonnet on.
No. Don't even go for a walk in your neighborhood with that shit on.
No. We got better than that.
We do.
And it's not about what
I'm trying to get myself together now, shit.
It's not about what white people think. It's about just we should have a certain standard for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It should be based on what's perceived outside of us. We should be worried about how we look ourselves. But no, we always want to get mad at somebody. Here's the thing. So everybody wants to hate Kevin Samuels, right? Like, to me, seriously, I don't hate him. I have.
Who is his wife?
He don't have one. But my views on
Girl,
him.
bye.
My views on.
So we're taking relationship advice from a single man?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. You got better chance at telling me about Derrick Jackson. Now I done heard about Kevin
No.
Samuels, but he's single. Like what advice? That's just like us taking advice from Steve Harvey. This nigga done been married 3 times and then cheated on all his wives. Like,
Listen,
why should we listen to Kevin Samuels?
because check this out though. Real shit. People don't even realize everybody got some advice. Now, his advice might still be applicable in one way or another, even if it's to observe what that individual did wrong. So they got something to contribute. But what I'm saying is, I don't
Like Steve Harvey.
is 100% right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's 100% right. No way. It's a lot of things that I agree with him on. There's some things that I don't agree with him on. But the fact that people let that fool make them mad, if it don't apply, let it fly. Like, I'm not about to let nobody like that make me mad. For what? They not talking to me. I'm not mad. I didn't call into his show. Why I'm mad about what? Nah, fuck all that. No. I mean, some things he don't have to be married to tell us that most of us is overweight as black women. That's a reality. That's not a falsehood. That has nothing to do with marriage. That is a truth.
But I'm saying that black woman is overweight for what? Like, what is that to say? Because at the end of the day, like me, I'm overweight when you put me next to the BMI shit. My body weight versus my height and all of that would put me at obese.
Mm-hmm.
But then people like you and other people be like, you don't need to lose no weight. You good as you are, blah, 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 blah.
But we aren't. Guess what? One thing we're not. We're not men that have a whole bunch of money and have options. And them men tend to like more of the more
the
superficial.
ideal,
The,
the
the,
bitch who getting her body cut on instead of a
right.
natural
So this is who
regular woman.
to. He's talking to women who are looking for that type of man, who will be looking for that type of woman. So basically, you're coming on here, you want this high value man that has all the options in the world. He's got everything to bring and you're bringing nothing, but you got 5 kids, you're overweight, you're loud, you're obnoxious and stuff like that. He's not wrong in that regard. Because you
But
got
I'm just saying, like, looking for the superficial man, like what? Because I mean, these men who chase after these women with these fake bodies are unhappy as well, right? Name one man that you know that then got with one of these bitches with these fake bodies that's happy with their fake body bitch. Nicki Minaj's husband, the fucking pedophile. I mean, and I'm not trying to go against Kevin Samuels. At the end of the day, I don't really listen to him. I only know what you said and what other people say. Today, for the first time, this is the first time I've ever asked about his relationship status and didn't know he was single. But that's the thing. You get people, everybody have an opinion. And it's fine. We can all give our opinions. But what makes him such a relationship expert when he's single? Like, what woman are you fucking out here grabbing to be the person to tell women what kind of men they should get? No. Time out. Because somebody like that should know and be in a relationship.
because the loophole and the reason why he's qualified to speak on this because it's his,
He's gay.
no,
Because he out here in the dating pool and he's dating and blah, blah, blah.
right,
But at the end of the day, you can't tell people, oh, because you fat and you got 5 kids, it's not why you're not going to get with a qualified man. Because the roles in reverse, these qualified men that's chasing after these women with these unnatural bodies aren't happy and they end up single. Check out Safari.
right, but he's not saying that, and he's not talking
Well,
about
that's
that.
what you just said. You just said he said that these women got 5 kids, they loud, they
Right.
fat.
He's not saying they can't get married. He's not talking about that. What he's saying is a certain type of class of man is looking for a certain type of class of woman. These women should be looking for more working class. They want to say like working class men ain't shit, but that's where you're going to get your spouse at. So why are you saying that? That's what he's saying. And the reason is he's an image consultant. So he
But
deals.
I haven't seen that though. Like a lot of women that I know that's working class women look for working class men.
Right,
Like
but
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know Kevin Samuels, and I'm not trying to be argumentative. But
mhm.
it's just to me, I don't see how somebody could give people advice when they're not in that realm. That's just like me as an unmarried person trying to tell married people how to live. You can't tell me as a married person how to live when you're not in my shoes and have never been. I mean, we've all been in bullshit relationships. We all can say something when it comes to how we feel people should live in relationships. I mean, you have a whole show every first and third Saturday on Love and Success where you talk about love and healthy relationships or even toxic relationships. I mean, it comes out. So we can all give advice on that. I'm just saying, as somebody as qualified with a platform such as Kevin Samuels, you can't be out here saying what a certain class of person is searching for versus this class and blah, blah, blah. When reality plays out, when we see that even on a smaller level, these men are turned into dogs because they chase these unnatural ass women who dog them the fuck out. So by the time they trickle down to a good person, they've already been played so much that they ain't shit themselves, or vice versa with women. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you take reality out of this and just go back to Kevin Samuels, I cannot take Kevin Samuels' advice, just like I would not take Steve Harvey's advice, because Steve Harvey is a person who's trying to tell people how to think and live in relationships when he's been married 3 times and have cheated on all his wives. So are you giving us advice as a cheater? Are you giving us advice as what not to do because your wives made the wrong mistakes or you made the wrong mistakes? I mean, what is this about? I definitely do not think, I definitely will not think to take relationship advice from a single man.
Mm-hmm.
It would be different to me if Kevin Samuels is in a long-term relationship. This is what I've been through. This is what my girlfriend, a fiance, aka wife, whatever, have been through. This is what we come together, that this is what it is. But this is a single man. So clearly somewhere down the line, and Kevin Samuels is not fucking old. I mean, young. He ain't in his 20s or his 30s. So here's a man where somewhere down the line, the shit ain't worked plenty of times. So you work on you, bro, before you can work on us or have us working on us. Because some people is fat because they fat and they can't change that. So because I can't change that I'm fat or I'm going to be thick, now I'm never going to be in a relationship that I long to be in. The problem with relationships is we long to be somewhere where we know we can't be because our own insecurities. Like, that's what the fuck you should be saying. If we could take a step back and just live life, the right person to come to you. Stop lusting after motherfuckers who's not in your fucking realm, period. If you ain't $100,000 bitch, stop looking for $100,000 nigga. Period.
But that's what he's saying.
It shouldn't be about weight, but weight has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with your weight. That has nothing to do with where you live and how you act.
Okay, so you, all right. If Jay-Z was single, we talking about Jay-Z, you probably not even attracted to Jay-Z. Or maybe you are. I don't know.
No, I'm not.
But most people, you know, and he had the option between Beyonce and Lizzo. Who you think he's gonna pick?
I mean, I don't know, to be honest. You never know. I mean, Lizzo is not an ugly girl. Like, that's the problem. People fat shame.
No, I don't think
some people prefer big women. I actually know a few men that would prefer a Lizzo over a Beyonce. Right, so I think it's just your preference.
No, I think you're missing what I'm saying.
No, I got clearly what you said. Who I think Jay-Z gonna pick. But I can't say who Jay-Z gonna pick. Because before there was a Beyonce, there was a Blue Cantrell. And Blue Cantrell and Beyonce look just alike. So it seems like Jay-Z has a type.
No, you're missing my point. Okay, how many wealthy men do you know have heavy set women? Like they married them initially heavy set, like in the limelight.
I know a lot of men. And my husband had all heavy set women before he got with me.
In the limelight.
Raquel, I'm not a celebrity person, But we're talking about reality. Everybody not looking for a nigga
Right.
in the limelight.
Talking about a certain caliber of people. That's what I'm trying to get you to say.
And I'm talking about a certain caliber of people too, because Kevin Samuels is not preaching to celebrities, because these bitches is already made. Jada Chavez and Ari Fletcher is not Kevin Samuels' audience. Kevin Samuels' audience is people like us, right?
Right. You was
right. So his realm of women is not out here looking for Meek Mill and the rest of them. And he not out here talking about celebrities. We're talking about Kevin Samuels' audience. So if he want to be preaching about what we out here looking for, no.
You have to watch the show. You're missing what I'm saying.
No, I get clearly what you're saying. You're talking about famous people, but we don't know all famous people.
He's talking about people. I'm saying famous people to put it in perspective. What I'm really talking about is a tax bracket. Certain people in a certain tax bracket is not looking for majority of those men. You're not going to catch them that will be in that crowd. If you're in that crowd, you're not going to catch them initially marrying an overweight woman. Now, if she became overweight over time, yes. But these women, where we come into play, yes, we're his audience, right? But we want what we see on TV. We want that man. And he's saying,
but that's our fault, right? Because that what I said, you can't be a $25,000 bitch looking for a $1 million nigga. And that's just the thing. That's your fault. It's not about your weight, is what I'm saying. You can't lust after what you don't get. Even on the celebrity status. If you can't, that's just like, look at Swati and Quavo. It's a whole beef about him taking his fucking bands back. Mm-hmm. Right? She not fat. They was a celebrity couple. And the shit didn't work out.
But we're not talking about working out. That's getting into something else. I think you're missing my point, but okay. I understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying I will never take relationship advice from a single motherfucker, period. You too old and you single and you preaching to a choir of people and you not even in that situation. I can't see where he would become a love expert or how or who would have him become this expert to tell people how they should live when he's not even living how he want to live. Because if you teaching people how to be happy, how? Is he happy being single? Because then how are you telling people to be in relationships? It's confusing.
But here's why I can give him a pass, because I can see that most people are selling us a lie. They're selling us what we want they're selling us what we want to believe. So I can't get mad at people. Do it every day. It's just that his seem to stand out more because it's more overt, because we can look at it and say, well, he's not married. But people are selling lies all day, every day.
Well, let's look at Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson was no different than Kevin Samuels. He raised a lot of hell and he was married, and look at where people at with him. And I still feel like all of that between him was some bullshit, because he still make them videos in front of that same house, who supposedly was the woman's house. He's still doing all the same shit he was doing. You didn't see his wife until the whole scandal came out. Now she on his fucking book cover. So if we're going to talk about it, we're going to play devil's advocate, we're going to go all the way there. Derek Jackson ain't doing shit different than Kevin Samuels. And they two totally different people. Some people like them, some people don't.
They was even talking about one another in their videos.
Yeah, they hate each other. And y'all the same kind of person. Derek Jackson tell people all the time, relationship advice, blah, blah, blah. And this is, again, a motherfucker who's married. So, I mean, to me, I don't feel like nobody should be taking relationship advice from nobody, period. If you ain't going to see no fucking therapist, no specialist and all this shit, this internet shit, I'm just not with it, period. You look at it, everybody living in some kind of fucking turmoil anyway. Hell, me and my husband was just fucking arguing over flowers to plant. Shit, everybody going through something.
You know what? No, I think the biggest message is people need to stop lusting after a life that's false. They need to stop looking into this and wanting that life that they see, because life
they couldn't afford it.
live it.
Yeah,
But
because when it's taken away from you, you don't got shit.
but you listen. The point is, you are here to live your experience, not somebody else's. And we always trying to sit up and live somebody else's experience. You got your own. You here to write your own story. Stop looking at somebody else's page in their book. That's called cheating. Get your cheating ass over here and focus on your own story. That's
But
the point.
that's what social media has created, though, Raquel. Like, when social media started, it was to kick it with your people. Facebook started, you go away to college. Now you can keep up with all your high school friends, all the people in college. Back in the day, we had MySpace. You kept up with your friends and shit. Today, social media has turned into a flex. Who can flex harder on the next person? Who can get further than the next person? That's for the people who look at social media as a game, as a flex. Then you got people out here who do business. So now it's a scheme. Who can have the most followers? Who can reach the most people? Who gonna make the most money off of social media? Social media has turned everything into something it shouldn't be. And
Yeah.
I don't even understand why we give a fuck, because when this phone goes off and I'm back in my own reality and nobody is here, none of that shit exists. So either you're going to be happy in real life or you just going to play that shit out on social media and secretly want to fucking shoot yourself once the fucking live is over,
Right.
once the fucking post is up.
Because it's not like when you motherfuckers leave the house, you got paparazzi. I mean, your neighbor might see you leave. They may be like, damn, baby, did you see her wig? That shit is cocked to the side. It's kind of matted and shit. They might see that. But
That's
people
our real neighbors.
like that. People ain't checking for you like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing all of this, you're just doing too much and you're making yourself upset.
Yeah. Far too much.
They
I
did.
just think it's a shame the way, we just I don't know. And I can't blame social media because I just think that it's you as a person, how strong you are or how in tune to reality you are, because the shit on TV has always been for entertainment. I don't remember ever growing up and anybody in my life was ever like, I'm going to live a life like Myra on Family Matters.
Mm-mm.
I just threw that out there. Now,
People,
did I know people that be like, oh, I think that Myra was fine. Oh, Laurel was fine. Whitley. Yes, everybody had their celebrity crush, but the TV shows, it was never like we put ourselves in those TV shows. And nowadays, you got reality TV, and it's like, oh, I got to open this boutique. I got to wear this purse. I got to go visit here. I got to fly over there. I need to have this kind of purse or have this kind of body, look like this bitch here, act a fool in public so maybe I can go viral. It's a whole different era.
yeah, it is because, we think different. To me, I think when people pull out, you see people. It was a young man. He had a lot of money. He's throwing it out in the water. Well, instantly,
Yeah.
I was like, that's got to be fake money
Was
because
it Wiley? I think it was Sway Lee or something.
it was some dude. I don't know what his name is, and I wasn't really interested. I just noticed he was throwing this money in the water, and so I said, it's got to be
Put some
fake.
ice in the water.
No one would do this. But my point is, this younger generation, they want to show you all their purses and all their jewelry and all this money. And to me, that just seems like so counterproductive and dangerous because now you got people that want to rob you, and that shit could really be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, you see this how these celebrities getting robbed.
yeah, I mean, it happened to Kim Kardashian. She was really shook up about that situation. It was very traumatic, but yet people are still flashing. And I don't get it. It just
I
really
don't either.
delusional that we have become that we forget even that Kim Kardashian has money. She has a money to have the best security team. Something happened with her security that night. I can't remember. I don't know if she sent them home or whatever, but she got enough money to where she could tell somebody to go home and they'd be like, no, it's in my senses that we need to stay. We not taking a night off. We got you. We got Okay. And the point is that night she got. It ruined the show. Kanye had to stop his show, all that. That stopped a lot of money because
Right.
he wanted to be flashy.
Right.
And being flashy costs.
Too much.
You gotta understand that. So what do I do with?
I don't, honey, I don't understand why people on a lower level do it. Like, okay, we see these celebrities do it and then they getting fucked up how they is, Rob. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. You know, he died through a home invasion. Didn't Floyd Mayweather's house just recently get robbed? Like a week or two ago.
House girl.
Huh?
Did he get robbed or he robbed his damn self?
No, he said he got robbed and he was gonna put $100,000 up or something like that. But what I don't understand is why do people like local rap artists or just like these local drug dealers or scammers, you know, everybody's scamming something, but they flashy as well. Like you want to be out here in these cities, you know, Detroit, Philadelphia, like these big inner cities, Atlanta and stuff like this. And you're flashy and wearing all this like expensive stuff and just really gaudy and all of that and not expect to be a target. You know, like people are haters. Mm-hmm. You know, if we take everything back, you got people out here that just would just hate to see you doing better than them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, rest in peace. The DJ Byron, the guy, in Detroit who got killed a couple years ago, or it was just last year in February. But Byron, you know, he was like on 5 Mile and got killed like just randomly. And then you got Chef Tony. He was at a party with his wife, got robbed, damn near killed. You know, they got the gun to his wife, him. You know what I'm saying? They thankfully got away. But these are people who I won't say flashy, but be on the internet with their stuff, jewelry, all out of town all the time, got all of this. And it's not that you shouldn't have nice things and you shouldn't want for nice things, but you don't have to flash it, especially when you don't walk around with 24-hour security and things like that. Like, people are haters. People hate to see you be where you are. Like, people hate to see people, you know, live like them. Like me, I come from the hood. I come from nothing. Like I had Christmases growing up where we literally got everything from the secondhand store because we picked the shit out. Like I didn't have shit. So for me to come up and get where I belong because I worked hard for it, and then to have it all taken away from me over a hater, that's some bullshit. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that a lot of us, we live in cities and neighborhoods where that's possible. So it's like social media and reality TV has allowed for such a perception on what we should look like and what we should live like that no matter what, we gonna die. Yeah. You know, it's hard enough being black anyway. You know, not to make it a race thing, but it's hard enough being black anyway. So now you gotta be gaudy. Whew, that's a double target. Well, not to say that brings me to my next topic, and that's honestly, for real, life has its own challenges. It comes with its own challenges, and because we're here to learn, so life comes with its own challenges. And so, with that being said, my question then becomes: why do we continue to add more challenges in a life that's already challenging and then complain about it? Not realizing that we the reason for a lot of our discomforts, whether that be not cutting nobody out, whether that be always hanging with the wrong people, whether that be not learning to cut people off, not creating boundaries, whatever that reason is, you know, or maybe you just make bad decisions in life. You're doing that shit, and you need to recognize your behavior and adjust it, because life is already complicated enough. And we got to stop being the victim. I mean, I was really thinking about it. I was thinking like,
about the people that I know that got a lot of shit going on. You be like, ooh, that's just a lot. That's a lot. But when you really sit down and think about it, they do it to themselves in one way or another. They do it to themselves. They make a conscious decision. And the only reason they get up and they apologize or they act like they care is because for other people. They do this shit for other people. But really, they like doing what they doing because they keep on doing it.
I think it's a self-esteem thing. Like, I honestly think that, like, I know, for me, like in my past, a lot of situations, and I can only really speak for me in this and saying this, like, I know I have been in situations with men and even friends, where I should have walked away, turned away, and all the rest of that shit, but it was my own personal things. Like I mentioned a little bit ago, like I grew up dirt poor. I was dark skinned. Like a lot of times since I can remember, from like elementary school up into maybe like high school, or maybe like 8th grade, I don't know. But I was like older through school, but like a lot of my like little school age, I was bullied. I was bullied for the color of my skin. I was bullied because I was poor and all of that. So once I got to an age where people started being like cool with me and shit like that, and I was like an athlete and I was funny and all of that, like, people started being cool. And so it was like, oh, okay, well, now I'm not being bullied. I'm more popular. So I was doing more of what I thought people wanted of me versus what made me me. You know what I'm saying? What I wanted to do or what was real, I guess. I don't know, because I can't say what I wanted to do or what I thought I should do. I don't know. I was doing the wrong shit. And I knew it was the wrong shit. It wasn't until I got to a point in my life, and it was here recently, maybe a year or two ago. Well, not a year or two, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So I was like, you know what? I can't keep blaming everybody for what's happening to me. You know, at some point, I had to take accountability for what I'm doing. So I had to take a step back and realize, like, bitch, you got an issue because you trying to make everybody happy to not feel bullied again, not feel like that little girl again. When at the end of the day, I'm grown as fuck. So fuck what people say. If you say I'm dark skinned, okay, I'm black. Shit, all right. You know what I'm saying? If you say I'm ugly, cool. Okay, I'm ugly. Shit, cool. I'm ugly. You know, but it took me to get to a point where I had to be able to be my own worst critic to realize to fuck everybody else. So it's really, I think, a self-esteem issue with people. And I'm not saying we all deal with the same thing. This is just what I was dealing with. Oh. Everybody is dealing with something, or everybody that's going through something with somebody they know they shouldn't be going through. It's something deep inside of you that's causing you to be there. It's not these same people, because we realize, okay, well, I done broke up with John, but now I'm with Jim and I'm in the same situation. Well, it's not John and Jim, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so I really think that is that. Like, I would never blame nothing on another person. It's always has been me, because we see these red flags, we ignore them. You know what I'm saying? We know these motherfuckers, like these men out here got these bum ass baby mamas that they keep trying to help and shit for whatever reason. Why? And it's just where it's at. We got to do better as people.
But you know what? But then it goes this way too. We got to realize we got to stop using people as an excuse for us not to advance in life.
Exactly. Right. Right. Because you're not seeing your issues in it. You using them.
Yeah. Because see, on one end, it's something about it's one end, it could be the lack of worthiness or whatever they're going through, turmoil on the inside. But it also can be on the other end. They really don't know what advancement looks like, how that's going to feel.
Exactly.
And I just go ahead and say, is this person, I can keep going through this vicious cycle. And what they really don't understand is ultimately they are the ones suffering.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We might be on Be like, that shit is crazy as hell. Stop that shit. Ooh, that gets on my nerve. But they are really the ones living it. We
Yep.
talk shit. They living it. And
Yep.
that part that really gets me. Because again, here you are worried about yet again where somebody else's thinks. That's why you in the situation that you in the first. Fuck what people think. You should know this shit is insane the way you live, and you should know this
Mhm.
makes no sense.
It's especially when the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and thinking it's gonna be a different result. No, you the crazy one at this point.
I'm trying to tell you, cause I'm gonna tell you something. I know me. I could really be crazy about you. If you want to start acting crazy and giving me hell constantly, you know what I'm saying? Like you really making my life hell. You talking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? You might be all in my face, maybe trying to hit me. You know, and all this kind of shit, and you just disrespectful. I'm not gonna keep standing with that. I'm not gonna. Cause you know what I know. This is one thing I do know, and this is real. I got a right to my feelings, and what that mean is this: you could be treating me like shit, and I got a right to cry. I got a right to cry. I even give myself 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, and that's long, this is just for argument's sake for some people that take longer, because it's going to take me 72 hours to really digest what the fuck is going on, and then I'm going to get over it because life moves on. You cannot allow somebody to treat you like shit and then sit up and hold this baggage when they was treating you bad. No, you get yourself together and go head on because it wasn't going to change. So why let somebody tear you down and demean you for what? Because you afraid to be alone or whatever your fear is, whatever's going on, guess what? You, the very thing we fear is the very thing we create.
Right.
That's just what it is.
I think it's crazy though that like some people rather say stuck instead of taking accountability for things because and I saw a post trickling around on social media yesterday or the day before about accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Um but it's true, like once you literally take accountability for your actions and situations, things will change. And I literally had to really take accountability in my situations. Like I won't lie, like I have literally been in situations in relationships with men where I was the man in my relationship, and I don't mind admitting that now because I've learned from that kind of stuff. And I was the man in my relationships, refusing to believe that like I'm helping this man out and I'm still kind of like allowing him to play this role as like the provider or something. And it just was kind of weird to me. Like, it's honestly, it wasn't until I really took a step back and was like, you know what? Mm-mm. And started taking accountability or taking the steps towards that part of my life to where it was like, now things have changed so much so to now in my marriage in the beginning, very much so in the beginning, even before we was married, it was hard for me to allow this man to lead because I was such an alpha woman, I guess. I don't know. And even like when I quit my job and wasn't getting unemployment at first, and everybody was like, well, depend on your husband or ask your husband. Because at that point I was married, and I'm like, no, ask my husband. Like, what? Why do that? And it's like, this is what this man is here for. But I've never even been in a situation to where that has been allowed to me. And so it's like, now that I'm here, I'm learning because I've always been the husband, you know. And then it's like, oh, well, Whitney, why do you keep being in relationships where you got to be the husband? Well, because honestly, I was looking for that. I wasn't ready to be the woman because I was so much so looking for acceptance. So whatever I got to do to be accepted here, I'm going to do it. If that meant be the husband in my relationship, not, whatever. So I'm the husband, but I allow you to act like the husband. Like, no, that shit is crazy.
That's deep. Now this was always my issue. Like, and it was very short lived. I get with somebody. Now I'm the type of person that I don't really make a big deal about shit. So let's say it might be a day. We was young too. So let's say you ain't got it. Maybe we'll go out to eat and I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I might even pick you up once. But when stuff become a habit, like I'm always picking you up, you always coming up short. Or if you start asking me for money, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about some ignorant shit, not like some life or death shit. Like, I'm really not feeling well. I need money for this medication or something that's an isolated incident that makes sense. No, you always in my pocket. Like I'm hungry. I got to go. I got to, and that's how I. Like once I really realized, like I'm cool with reciprocating and looking out. I'm that type of person. But once I realized, like, oh, you trying to, is this motherfucker trying to play me or get over? Oh, it's a wrap. I gotta go. I'm not gonna do this with you. You know what? Let me tell you how I cancel one dude. This is real shit. Let me tell you how I think. It was a guy I liked or whatever I was talking to. He was cool. Wasn't nobody I was in love with, but it was like, you young and for the thrill of it. So he was fun, It wasn't the love of my life. Nobody was necessarily crazy about, but we was kicking it. It was fun. But what let me know that we did not have any future at all, even if I was to consider that, is he said that he was not going to college. And it wasn't the fact that he wasn't going to college. It was the way that he said it. Like he was jokingly saying it like, fuck college. I ain't going to no motherfucking college. And it was just like, that sound crazy to me. Like, if you would have said, fuck college, I'm not going to college, but I'm going here to get a trade, or you had a plan, then I get it. But you just like, fuck college, I'm going to be, just nah. We have nothing else to talk about because you think that shit is cute. And that's not where I'm trying to go, so. And then after all of that type of nonsense, I finally sat down. I said, okay, what is it, girl? What you really want? Okay, now this is how do you get what you really want? Are your actions lining up with what you feel that you want? And then I made the adjustment because it still was partially on me because I still even encounter those people. And my thing wasn't to be in a necessarily a long-term loving marriage, but at the same time, it's still only a certain caliber of people you should even entertain.
Right.
They shouldn't have been entertained for 2 minutes. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
But I will attribute that to being like my parents being very smothering. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
somebody's showing us fun. These fun people over here ain't necessarily the best people that you need to be around, but they,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You don't have no fun, so you having fun. That's all you focus.
Right. It's something different. It's exciting.
Yeah, that was my thing. But
Yeah.
baby, let me tell you, the motherfucker couldn't look my way. I know you being disrespectful looking over here, bitch. You look over there. Look at that girl over there. But what you not gonna do is look over here.
Man, what? I'm
Mm-mm.
telling you, like, I think that was my same thing too. Like, okay, when I really sat down and was like, okay, let me take accountability for my actions. Like, what is this about? And
Mm-hmm.
that's really when I realized, like, I mean, when I have to sit back and it's no pun intended to dog out any of like my exes or anything, but I helped one guy open a tire shop. He still got the business. We opened that business. I got all his fucking inventory at first, did his marketing, paid for all of that shit up front. So that business started. I had another ex supposedly had his own business and shit up and running already that I had to pay for him to fly in for my graduation and then gave him some more money that, he ended up cheating me out of in the long run. It's like, then I got another ex. When we started talking, I helped this motherfucker move into his apartment, get all his shit out of storage, and was paying the rent to help him out. And he was driving my car. So much so that I was at work the day my mother happened to pass away. And when I had to call because I didn't have my own car, hey, come pick me up. My mother just died. I'm at work. This motherfucker still wanted to do what he wanted to do before he came to pick me up to go see my dead mother in the hospital. And in these moments, I'm like, whew, Bitch, it's something wrong with you. Like, at some point, you can't keep blaming these men. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? I had to tell myself that you can't be this nice. It's not about you being nice. Like, what is it out here? And it was me. It was just my self-esteem. You know, every little thing that I went through from childhood through adulthood, it was all of that. Like me being a child and not, you know, my mama being in foster care to like being with my grandma and being super poor to being bullied and all of that. It was just me wanting to be accepted, just wanting to be with somebody, just wanting somebody to accept me. And what I had to realize is you never accepted you.
Right.
Like, how you want somebody else to accept you when in 30 years, we'll say 28 years, in 28, 29 years, you've never accepted yourself. Once I really started to learn me and what I like and what I want, then things became easy for me. And then, boom, I met my husband. When I met Lloyd, what? I think I was still battling with myself because I would have never, in the very first day I met Lloyd, well, nah, the first day we was just kicking it about cake and shit. But if you give it like that first month, in that first month, I would have never said my husband would be my husband. And today, that's my homie. You know, the only thing we blow up on each other about is home decoration. He like one thing, I like the other. You know, but you have to learn yourself. You know, and that goes back to what we were saying about the Kevin Samuels thing. I would be a fool out here to think one day I would get with Chris Brown. I mean, that's my celebrity crush. But at the end of the day, what am I willing to get with if I wanted to be with my celebrity crush? This one man that 20 million other women may be lusting after. I'm going to have to be looking over my shoulder, you know, to see what. No, because my husband today know that I will slap the shit out of him and any other bitch. I don't have time to be out here trying to slap 20 million bitches. You know, that's a lot. So we literally have to live according to our real lifestyle. We really have to lust after what we want. You know, if Kevin Samuels, Derek Jackson, motherfucking Farrakhan, whoever out here preaching, love you first. Love you first. Find you first. No, ain't nobody looking for no woman at the bottom of a bucket of chicken. But it's some people out here who can help that they heavy set and shit. And if you one of them heavy set women, find clothes to fit. Don't be out here with crop tops and shit. Like some of y'all just be out here just looking crazy for no reason. And then be out here looking for men who want classy women when you know you're not classy.
My God.
You know, if you out here and you living ratchet, you living in turmoil, don't be out here looking for no man that's got his shit together. That's all you gonna do is bring him down with you. Don't do that.
If you shape like a big ass vitamin capsule, please don't wear a bodysuit. My God.
Please. My God. I'm so tired of you fucking wrestling bitches. It's, oh, my God.
You should put your hands on anyone.
Who fighting?
Well.
Who was fighting? Because I ain't fought nobody in a long time.
This is the thing. She's just saying, you know, she don't want to have to smack nobody. I feel it. I mean,
that's what they saying. You're right. I'm sorry because I forgot I said that. No, I shouldn't have to put my hands on anybody. But what I'm saying about that, Cheeks, what I'm saying, Cheeks, is I'm in a good relationship with my husband. And my husband know when we took our vows, it was to death do us part. And it's going to be to death do us part. So if somebody was to come in between us, and I say this all the time, this is why I say y'all should watch Shade and Shenanigans. Go ahead on Rocky Road Productions LLC on YouTube to stream, listen to our last episode because it was good. And I say this all the time. But my husband, I'm secure in my relationship. And my husband is secure in our relationship as well. And the thing about that is, if a woman was to try to come in betwixt us, he knows and he should be able to tell her that his wife will knock her head off her shoulders in his too. It's not just his head, it's her head as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what I mean. I'm not out here just looking for fights or anything like that. But if I had to do what I had to do, that I will, because people out here, when they see me, they see him. When they see him, they see me. So you should know that we're married. So if you try to test me or test him, then this is just where we at with it. So yeah.
Listen, Cheeks, you're absolutely right. And she's saying the very thing that you're saying. You shouldn't be putting your hands on anyone. That's why she with Lloyd and she not trying to be with a Chris Brown.
No,
That's
no,
saying.
no, no. Because my husband is a good man. My husband knows. My husband is the type of husband, y'all, that will tell somebody, like, you know what? We done already had 5 sentences between us, and if we have too many more, and my wife don't know you, she might think something, and I'm not even trying to have her come over here and ask too many questions. My husband, he will say those things. And I'm not even a jealous type person. I make sure to tell my husband to speak to everybody, because I've said this again, Stream Shade and Shenanigans, this very last episode. I said, I like when women flirt with my husband, because, hey, that means that I got a good man. And I always see women flirt with my husband. I say it all the time. I seen all 32 of that bitch teeth when she smiled at you, and he be modest. No, she was smiling. But I like it. I know, and we all like when people flirt with our men. That's when we know we got good men, but that's when your man know whose man he is. And that's all that's about. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But no, I'm just not out here. I ain't no wrestler. Honey, I ain't out here trying to fight. I'm too old for that shit. I got asthma. Hell, I get up from here and walk to my bedroom and can't breathe. Yes, Asia. Now, Asia, you know motherfuckers got 5 sentences with me. After that, I have to come over there and ask, now, what else is we talking about here? Because what do you want to know? Because after, hey, how you been doing? Oh, your kids is grown. How's your parents? And I'm sorry to hear that. What else is we talking about?
You know
Shit.
what I'm saying? Back to Eve. I wish she was rapping.
Not back to Evie, honey. Not back to an
I
hour
was,
and a half ago.
yeah, I was thinking, like, does her husband know that he's smashing her at night? Is that who he?
Well, when he got with Eve, she had the short hair. He should know. She's been revived. He know.
Honey, she ain't revived. She keeping the cap on that shit to keep that check coming through. Okay, let him jump stupid. Eve gonna be back to a parachute with that shit. You said she gonna throw a motherfucking parachute on and be right back. Like, EVE, bitches. And you know how she kept saying, ooh, I wish I was in Miami with y'all. Ooh, I wish, how many?
She did say that a lot.
She was ready to be Eve, baby, okay? She kept
I
that.
think she was Eve. Eve, though, you know, I think it's good that you see growth in some people. Eve, when you look at her growth, it reminds me of Remy Ma. Like,
Yeah.
Remy Ma is the same type of rapper, but she's grown.
Yeah.
You know, in some of these rappers, you don't see no growth. Like, let's look at Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj had a whole baby, and then once she come back to social media, she back showing her ass and titties.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get some people grow up and then some people don't. I think that Eve is just grown.
Yeah,
She grown. She married. She
she is.
grown.
What you think? So do you think Trina has any growth?
Um, I mean, you know what? Let me be honest. I can't answer that question. But what I will say is Trina the rapper versus Trina the person, as you mentioned, is 2 totally different people. Because when you look at Trina on Love and Hip Hop, she doesn't seem like that's what she raps about. So Trina as a person,
First.
I think that Trina as a person is like any other person. You know, I don't know. But I don't think that she out here like Suki with the good coochie. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't put her in that category, but
That's
I can't honestly say if Trina has grown up or not, because Trina doesn't share the limelight like that. You know what I'm saying? So from the Trina we know from Take It to the House to this Trina that we seeing today, I can't say that there's been very much growth because we haven't seen very much growth play out over TV wise. But as far as that, it doesn't say that she's been a ratchet person. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Like, she's not in a relationship. She's not a wife. So we can't say she a hoe. We can't say she's not being a good wife or anything like that. Um, you know. So that's why I use like Eve and Remy Ma in the situation, because these are wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not in the same boat to be pop out here. Like you said, if Eve was to leave her man, then she come out with the short hair again. But as a married woman, she's stealing her married woman back. She's
Right.
got to make sure she's pleasing to the man.
And that's very good. But with Trina, like I said before, I didn't think she was necessarily who she rapped. I would agree with
No,
you
I don't either.
in the bedroom, like for a man, yes. I think, yeah. But just out here, like she said, fucking 5, 6 best friends, I don't think she's doing
No,
that.
I don't
You
think
know
so.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I don't think she's even Meg the Stallion, Cardi B, all of them rap about being hoes and that whole life when it's up and it's stuck and it's up and it's stuck and whatever the shit else he's saying, it's stuck and it's up. I don't believe that these women are really. I do personally feel like, okay, everybody can be a freak for their man. People out here that still don't think that they freaks. No, you're a freak. You're just not with the person that's gonna bring it out of you, because everybody will lick some balls. It's just a matter of if you going who you gonna lick them for, or who's gonna make you excited enough to lick them, and that's just all that that's about.
lick them balls. Okay.
No, everybody. I'm trying to tell you, everybody's gonna lick some balls. You know, people be out here like, no, I don't do that. You do. You do it. It's just the person that you're doing it with doesn't make you excited enough to do it, you know. And that's just all I'm going to say. I mean, it's just the truth. Find you somebody. It's somebody out here that you be like a dog patting after, and you want that shit. Yeah, yeah. You out here. I'm just trying to let you know. So everybody out here is a freak. It's just a matter of who you're willing to go there with. My man, no, I mean, I'm not out here wearing wigs. We ain't gotta, you know, dress it up and be a different woman or whatever. But he knows. He knows you can get whatever version of me that makes you happy for that night. So as long as I'm still woke, because
We,
once I go to sleep, shit, you're gonna get sleepy me. But
you know what? We know what snippet we gonna cut for this week.
I'm just saying, because everybody, I'm not even trying to pull it out of people, or I'm not trying to make for good entertainment or whatever, but everybody is a freak. Okay? And if you on here, or if you listening today, or if you're going to listen tomorrow, or if it's going to be a year from today, you're going to lick some balls, okay? Well, at some point in your life, you're going to come back to this live one day. You're going to be like, she did say I was going to do that. Yeah.
Wrong with you? No.
Mhm.
Oh,
Thank you, Mike Jones. Thank you, Mike Jones. I'm just saying, and
no.
I'm for these men. It's not even just about these women, but these men is gonna do stuff that they say they ain't gonna never do. Yeah, I just can't speak for women. I don't know what men do that they say they ain't gonna never do, but you might lick some ass or whatever you men might do. But y'all gonna do something, you know. Everybody, it's just some of y'all be boring. You look at Ray J and Princess. Princess got on TV and said Ray J only liked to hit it on the back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure. Well, I'm sure.
He don't.
Okay, because we've all seen or heard about the sex tape between Ray J and Kim Kardashian, so we know
Yeah,
Ray J can do a lot more than hit it from the back.
I think he's all. I think his thing is he's always liked Princess. He likes the way she looks and stuff like that. He likes the idea of what Princess could be. But I think he's always known that
She won't be that.
yeah, she's got some kind. She's hurt deeper than a Ray J issue. It's beyond Ray J. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she just started calling this man names and stuff like that. Like, I mean, for real, you. There's other. I don't advocate with punching below the belt or trying to hurt somebody in a discussion because you can disagree without all that. But there is ways get with somebody and not call them out their name. So the fact that she resorts to name calling is very concerning. And then she says what she says and then complains about his reaction. And she says it out loud for herself to hear and the world to hear. And it's like she don't hear herself. So I think that's why their sex is the way that it is, because he's always kind of known, and that's off-putting. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to really go hard with a person in the sack when they coming with that type of energy.
He just probably be trying to get a nut.
Yeah.
And because he ain't got to see her face fucking from the back, he can imagine that that's anybody.
She say he don't stay home. I wouldn't stay home with your ass either. I would get the fuck on.
A freak cat. Now put in the comments what's a freak cat, because that ain't true. That is not true. Okay. It's one thing that it's one line. And what's the line that you would never cross? Because we want to know now that you said you ain't crossing lines and whatnot, because I want to know what that's about, because I don't believe that shit, because that's what women say. Oh no, I'm not no freak. I would never give head. That's a lie. I'd never do that. That's a lie too.
He probably something more,
probably like some threesome shit with another man or some shit. But this is the thing, Gabi, where I say, okay, so people look at it like, oh, threesome, I never have a threesome with a man, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah. What woman would literally want their man to watch their man fucking another man? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for real. Like, let's get real.
Yeah, like, we're gonna be honest here. Like, that's not a real life fantasy. Like, you really got to be fucking with some kind of alien or something like that,
Well, what woman, in my opinion, wants to have sex with two men? Like, why would she want her man to see her enjoying another man? If that's the point, I'm gonna just cheat. But I don't want.
Well, some women that's what they call a busto. Do they still call them bustos?
Right, but that busto is not with that man. She just that busto. They run.
Right, no, but that's my thing with the busto.
Yeah.
Now, do men sit there and watch their friends have sex with these people, or do they go out, okay, like it's your turn? Because at the end of the day, that's still kind of nasty to me, because you watching another man's penis and all the rest of that, like, ew.
Yeah.
But, I never know. I'm not an ass person either, though, so it's nothing going in my ass either. I know it's men out here playing around with it, but the thing is, Mike Jones, they not playing with it. That's their lifestyle that they actually live, and they doing it on the down low. They not playing around with it. They actually living these lifestyles and don't want to be honest about it. And then what they doing is they getting these women and they spreading these things called AIDS. And then these people's getting these AIDS, and then they spreading around to other people because they don't even know what the fuck's going on because of this. And you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Condoms is expensive. My God. Thank God I'm married, because contraceptives, that shit need to be like, you need to be able to just motherfucking like flip the shit inside out and rinse it out or some shit like that, because at this point you shouldn't be able to this motherfucking condoms.
I'm not gonna do this with you.
Well, you should be able to flip the condom inside out and just rinse the fucker out and roll it back up.
I'm not gonna do this with you. Now we didn't win. Why we didn't went from versus battle to bustos? Wow, that sounds like a hood sermon. From versus busto.
Well, it ain't the book in the Bible Revelations. This is just Revelations for y'all, because at the end of the day, this is where we at with it. I'm even. Oh no.
Went from the verses to the busto.
We not doing condom flips. I know we not doing it, but I'm just saying, Mike, we should be able to do it, because at the rate they keep going up on condoms, like they go up on gas. They want people to have kids. Shit, it's just a piece of rubber. My God, and condoms stink.
Yeah, and they stink.
Yeah, that shit. You had a damn condom sex, and then it smelled like fucking tires and shit. Ooh, my God. My God.
To the busto. My God.
My God. Not as long as a moon. Nah, we not gonna be wrapping up with a hood
No,
in my
no, no,
boy.
no. You gonna cut up the head?
All right.
No, we not doing that. That's some kind of demonic shit, ain't
Talking about you just can't. And know that that friction do make them condoms stink. Condoms stink so fucking much. Like, I remember back in the day,
Oh my
I
God.
was having condom sex and I had to stop. Like, you know what? We just can't even finish. Like, I could not take that fucking smell of sex and rubber. It was fucking me up. Ooh, my God. I can smell it now. Ooh, my God. That shit is
Are
so.
you really serious talking about condom sex? My goodness.
No, but we do need to protect ourselves for everybody who's not married and out here. Even if you are married and you don't want to have them kids, you don't have birth control or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard out here when you out here just trying to do the right thing because once again, condoms are expensive and they stink. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but
Thank God I'm married too.
we need to get more information and do background checks and do studies on people before we give them sex. We really do. I understand you be hiding that, you know, and you be want somebody to just stab the shit out of that thing, and I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I remember before, way long time ago, when I wasn't married, and I would have my nights. I'd be in that motherfucker, damn near about to scratch my ear off, like, dog, I need to get it right. I need somebody to get me together because I ain't acting right. I'm not balanced. I'm fucked up. I get it. But see, the thing is, when you let that vagina talk, you sit up, you get bumped up, and you have kids, and you got all type of shit that just,
Mm.
the devil gets busy when you let that pussy talk. So you gotta shut that motherfucker down and say, baby, I know it's purring, I know it's jumping, I know it's growling. But you gonna have to, I don't know what you're gonna have to get out of switch and whoop it or something.
That's why I got birth control. Shit.
No, 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 no. People got beyond that, honey. They got all type of stuff that be crawling up out of your shit. You have the crypt keeper for a vagina. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't be.
Oh my God. Could you imagine having a never mind. You remember was it Tales in the Crypt? They had all them little puppets. Could you
Mm,
imagine like little puppets crawling out your
you know
shit?
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, some of these motherfuckers, it was one. What was that? Tales from the Hood. That one chick went in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, and she got banged by that doll, and she started giving
Dog.
the dolls and ripped her open and shit like that. That shit been really happening, fucking with the wrong person. Having tiki dolls coming out my pussy and out my stomach, and I'm just dying. That's crazy as hell. Y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all got to stop up here. Y'all
I'm
get
trying to tell you, it's these men we don't need in our lives. Like, this is what I didn't say on Shade and Shenanigans, y'all. So I do want y'all to watch Shade and Shenanigans from this past week because I did mention this Saturday about how that good first part of sex be that best sex. Like, you meet this person and that very first time y'all have sex. Whoo, my God.
that
That
is
motherfucker make you weak and knock you off your feet. Thank you, Jesus, for them words, Stevie Wonder, because my God, that very first of the, and it's before all them red flags. Well, you probably done had a few red flags, but they didn't all come.
yep,
But
demonic.
you had that sex, and then you know what be crazy too. And I'm just gonna speak from experience. You get that good first of the time y'all first meet, and you get that good first sex, and then probably like a day or two later, here come another red flag, and then that red that's what be fucked up. Here come another red flag, and instead of you going ahead and saying, I should go ahead and do something about this. You
Mhm.
just go ahead and have sex again. Now that fucking flag then been buried under the dick. It's somewhere down deep in your fucking guts because you ignored it. And then boom, here come all the other red flags. Now you about 20 fucking fucks in. Y'all probably done stop using condoms and all of this. Now you done found out this motherfucker got 12 kids. He ain't got nowhere to live. He been living in the shelter all this fucking time. That's why he spent all his time with you. This why this motherfucker keep coming over your house to wash his fucking clothes and shit like this. Now you didn't realize this motherfucking dog. You thought this motherfucker was just always with this dog. Why you don't never leave this dog at home? Because both of these motherfuckers be on the side of the freeway begging. But not since you fucking 22 pumps in, now you just stuck with this nigga. Now you didn't let the motherfucker move in. Cause instead of you just letting the dick go, this dick done got so good. Now you stuck getting this fucking dick. Now you had to move the motherfucker in from the shelter into this motherfucker. Now he done came from the shelter to your shit and he talking to you like he the one with the house. Like this is my shit. I don't be understanding that. Now you fucked up. Now you arguing with this motherfucker like you can't kick him out all over some dick because you done tricked yourself into thinking that the shit is good.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm body and soul. I'm about to back your comment up with this story right here. Right here. What about when it ain't even all that? How about as a woman, you know what I'm saying?
You think it's all that. That's the thing.
We want to keep our mileage down, right? We want to keep our mileage down as a woman, right? So around this guy or whatever. And, you know, I should have known. You know what? I'm about to say too much, baby. Because you never know where. I just should have known. I should have. At any rate, you know, we was hanging out and was having a good time. And we finally got to doing the do. Well, herein lies the problem. The do was going on, but I didn't know it was going on because I was trying to still figure out when I was going to feel it.
Not as we having sex. I mean, is it in there?
Now, taking account, listen now, taking account, I ain't had no kids yet. So it wasn't like I had some air pockets going on or nothing like that. Okay? I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I could tell you. It's, you know how your energy drain? You know how you have energy and all of a sudden you be like, oh, I'm tired. You know how you get like that? That's how my life went. I was liking, it was like, ooh, I don't like this person no more. Mm-hmm. And I was done with him. I was done with him after that. Yep. And it was just what it was. We didn't need to talk anymore because what we talking about? At the end of the day, when you make me mad, you're going to get on my nerves. You ain't got nothing to make me smile again. You ain't got nothing for me to make it easier for me to say, okay, it's cool. We can be cool now. I mean, let's just keep it 100. No, sex is not the answer to everything. It's not the solvent. So that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is sometimes it can bring peace in the household. Sometimes it can be that settling factor of the argument. No more. So what I'm saying to you is if it's a night and we have a situation that arises where it happens to be sex can smooth it out and you ain't got that, we don't have a chance.
No, we don't.
What are we talking about?
Listen, when I was losing my virginity, I had this, it was a little long-term boyfriend I had or whatever. And he was a little on the plus size and I was like super skinny back in the day. So I was already nervous to like lose my virginity to this big guy. So we was like trying, but it wasn't working because I was like, oh my God, this is gonna hurt, you know, whatever. So the day I ended up losing my virginity, you know, to him, I was so nervous, you know, I was like I was a virgin. So anyway, I'm like, oh, I don't want him on top of me because he was like big and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be out of breath. I might die. You know, I didn't know. So I'm like, okay, well, let's do it from the back. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't take you to be on top of me, whatever. So, you know, that was like always it. And we would like try to do it from the back and it never would work because I was always like nervous that it would be hurt. So the day that it happened, I'm like, okay, so it was over. And I never knew it began. This is the day I lost my virginity. It was so crazy. I was like, what? So when he was like, yeah, so it's like over and shit. And he know he took my virginity. So once it was done, he was like, yeah, it's done. I was like, so we had sex. And he was like, yeah, we had sex. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, you want to do it again? Because I didn't feel it the first time. Or whatever. That's how honest. I've always been as honest. You know what I'm saying? So we tried it for a second time. That same night. That's how bad it was. So at during the second time, because it was like, okay, this is what the first time was like. I kind of knew the second time it was supposed to be sex. And then I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So the whole time, the second time it was going on, I was like, ooh, this is what people are fighting over. Like, this is the dick everybody want. Like, this is what we doing with said dick. Like, I could have saved my fucking little bit of pussy if that was the case. And so at that point, you know, I was like, damn. Like, after the second time, when he was done at the second time, at that point, I didn't even ask for a second, you know, a third time. I didn't ask for nothing. I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to just go ahead and lay down. He was like, you want to lay down? Like, yeah. At this point, shit, I didn't already lied and shit and said I was somewhere else. I'm supposed to be somewhere else, and I'm over here to have sex twice in fucking the matter of an hour maybe or some shit like this, and now this shit ain't work out for me. I just wanted to go to fuck to sleep. That's at that point, what else can I fucking do? I was over it. I said, this is and when I tell y'all once my daughter get a little bit older, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell her that story, and that was really my thought as I was kind of I guess I had already lost my virginity 30 minutes prior to, maybe 20, 30 minutes prior to, but that's really what I was thinking. Like, this is the dick people fighting over. Like, this can't be what.
It was, you know what? It just go to show you what being young does. You know
Yeah.
that you being because my God, and you crazy. That is some Whitney shit. Some old, yeah, I didn't feel it. You want to do it again? Now I'm gonna save you the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna talk about it. We ain't got to mention. We ain't got to make mention about it. It didn't even happen. But after we separate, I go in my house, you go in yours. That's it. We done. You know what I'm saying? We done.
Me, I wanted to know. Because he was done. I'm like, well, you done? When did we start?
Oh my God.
The book. So
Mike Jones, wow. I hear you. I hear you, Mike Jones. Like Mike Jones, I hear you.
I just, you know, these days, nowadays, I just be like, whew. You know, you married, you got to go ahead and make sure you got to be everything and everybody. Sometimes you got to suck a little dick. Sometimes you got to do whatever you got to do. You know, but I'm you know, it just be weird too because these people be out here, and you know, some men. What I don't understand is these men who act like dick is all they got to bring to the table. Like, what the fuck you gonna drop that shit on the plate? Like, we too old for this shit now. It's not just about dick. Like, what are we? And them the type of men. Them the type of men I literally hate with a passion. Them ones you meet and the first thing they want to tell you is how good they can fuck you. Like, so that's all you got is some dick. Like,
That motherfucker on the phone sounding like the sixth member of Pretty Ricky. Shut
right.
up.
Get the fuck on fucking Marcus Houston and naked.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down. Like, we too old for that shit, to be honest. And that's what I'm gonna put this dick on you. Like, no, thank you.
Honey, you listen. Put the dick on yourself, shit.
Please. This motherfucker probably don't even want to be on you itself. You know, dick be stuck to your leg. That motherfucker,
You probably ain't washed that bitch no way. Get the fuck on.
Listen.
About to give me bacterial vaginosis. Fucking with that shit.
Listen.
You ain't gonna
That's what I just don't. I don't get that. That's what's crazy is the one who you hated. Oh my God. Before I got to hurry up and say this. Remember the one you used to talk about me about in when we was in school with that used to drive my van? Listen, the first day I met that nigga, that's when he put my hand on his dick. I was like, my God.
You know,
I was so toxic then. I was like, shit.
you should have known then.
Is that a baby arm? Shit. I said, what is that? You got a baby down there?
Did you call yourself toxic? Bye, girl. No fuck.
I'm trying to tell you, I was toxic. What's your question, Mike Jones? I'm not even gonna lie. At least I can be honest. Shit. Because that's what the thing is. Y'all got some people who be just telling y'all shit. No, this me. Shit. Stream all these episodes. You gonna get me unapologetically. This is my real life now.
A baby arm?
It was a baby arm down there, honey. I said, my God. And at first I was trying to keep it all cute, like, don't be doing that. But in my head, I was like, so that's soft? Shit.
You know what? Here's some real shit too. What women when they're younger, this ain't for us.
No, finances. I'm in my 30s. Shit, finances. Shit. You're pretty good. You can stroke. It ain't even about how good the dick is. Learn how to stroke, baby. As long as you got that stroke in that shit, have a good credit score with some motherfucking basic dick for me. Hell, it's all in your head anyway, if you ask me. As long as it can fit in the pocket.
Listen, we can't be doing this. We got to do better. We got to do better. At our age, we got to do better. Cause I'm gonna tell you, we gotta also learn that some of the shit that we be into is not about love. Some of us are in this loop of obsession. You know what I'm saying? You be obsessed with the fact that the shit don't work, and you be thinking you can fix it and make it work. Stop dealing with these Rubik's Cube situations. Let them go.
90% good. Listen, Mike, we are 10% lacking. Nobody is 100% good. So if you going into any kind of shit, friendship, relationship, situationship, entanglement shit, whatever the fuck the ship is, nothing is perfect. That's the problem. And then another problem is we're not perfect beings, but we're looking for perfect beings. And so then somebody can have a stinking ass big toe or some shit like that. Now you want to just break up with the motherfucker because the toe stink. Put a sock on. You know what I'm saying? Fucking dip your toe in some fucking flowers or something. I don't know how to make it better, but some things we can work on to make better. It could be better. You know, now I'm not saying be out here with nobody with halitosis. I can't talk to you if your fucking breath is stinking. I just can't. But any other thing, that's something to work on. Nobody is perfect. 90% good nigga, 10% lacking. I'm for it. I'm all for it. Hell.
Yeah, you right.
I'm for it. Today's day, you going to get fucking 60-40, fucking 50-50, 40-50. You know, you good at a 90-10 ratio. Hell, to be honest.
You know what? Fresh breath go a long way. But I'm going to tell you something. Bad breath, money ain't solving that. It's money.
No, money is not solving halitosis. One thing I cannot do is talk to a motherfucker with a motherfucker person at the bottom of their throat shitting. I can't do it. You can't. It's got to be somebody down there shitting in your mouth. Why the fuck do your breath always stink? My God, I can't. Oh. I can't do it. And one thing about it too, I don't like people with bad breath because these motherfuckers got to know that they breath stink. And they are people with the stankiest breath always got the most to fucking say. Like they don't know they breath stink.
Oh no. Here's the killing. This is the killing part. I thought when we hit COVID, I was like, good. These motherfucking masks is the cure to halitosis. Everybody with high breath, they gonna come out this bitch. They gonna realize they breath stank. Why did we come out and these people breath still stinking? What? How do we come out of a pandemic where you have to wear a mask? You breathing in your own funk and your breath still stink? This is At this
Oh my God. These comments coming fast. Okay, yep. So Mike, 25 percenters, them bitches is crazy. Ad stay 007. So examples of dudes y'all looking for.
I'm married. I'm
I'm
married.
not really in the market looking for nobody. I'm married. But my type of man, like my man that I have today is a man who literally got my back. Like when me and my husband first started talking, we were literally just friends. Like at that friend level, he wanted to make sure my finances was good. Hey, you need to start paying shit off your credit, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even that we was talking about shit. Like he didn't know, what my shit was. But when we started talking, my shit was like borderline poor. And now my shit is almost perfect. Like I'm over 700. Like I literally got with the man who wanted to see me win. Like I was so combative in the beginning about finances. I'm like, no, I'll never save. I can't budget. I can't afford to budget. It's like now, I mean, I do still spend money frivolously, but I don't spend money as bad as I used to. So it's like now I'll pay my bills and then I'll put my money in my savings account. So it's like, oh, okay, well, I know I got a couple $100 to play with and shit like that. Like you literally need to get with somebody who's going to push you to be better. Like, and you hear that all the time. It's cliche. I know it's cliche because everybody say it, but you feel it. When you're with that person who actually pushes you over that hill of uncomfortability, even if that's a word or not, I made it a word today, so fuck it. When you get over that hump, that's how you know you really with the person that you're supposed to be with, because this person want to see you win with or without them. You're not with somebody who just like, oh, the pussy good, the dick good. Like, no, let's take sex out of this shit. This person wants to see you at your best self while you're still being you. I've never had to change who I am for my husband. So for everybody who rides this wave with us on Rants and Robes, from the ghetto ass stories about my mama and Golden Corral to the stories that I done told y'all today, to all the rest of the shit that I say when y'all say I'm funny, this is me unapologetically. And this is me when this live go off. And the thing is, my husband think it's funny. Y'all see my husband in the comments all the time with his damn crazy ass comments. You got to be with somebody who accepts you for you and who wants to see you at your greater you. When I quit my job, my husband said, fuck it. Do what you love. And we started this. We started podcasting. I started doing the shows with Raquel. Be with somebody who want to see you do what makes you happy. It's not about sex. Yeah, we was talking about sex. Yeah, the dick is good. You get good dick out of it. You didn't want. You know what I'm saying? But that's literally a mentality. The dick gonna be good as long as your partner got a stroke. But if you happy, you happy. Because if we go back to talking about how good sex was when we was first getting that sex, to then you got with the nigga in the shelter and the dick was horrible, the dick meant bad. You just didn't realize the dick was bad because you wasn't thinking about the bad dick. So the point is, be with somebody who literally want to see you win. Be with the person who literally pushes you to be the best version of you can be, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you. It's okay to argue. No, I don't want to do that shit. When I can get my husband on here right now, he probably tell you for 9 months I told him I never save money. And I mean, shit, it's a work in progress, but shit, I saves. But that's the point. I argue with him. No, I'm not gonna do the shit, but I did it. Thank you. Thank you, mind, body, and soul. Shit, I'm happy for everybody who happy too, but these women who be out here trying to get with these people because they see them and they think they're going to do something. Even these men today, it's such an opposite. I say it all the time. I said it on Shade of Shenanigans this past Saturday, so y'all done said it this whole fucking show. Please, everybody on here, stream this last episode of Shade of Shenanigans. It was bomb. These women are confused. These men are confused. These women want to be with men who make them feel like women, but they can't feel like women because these men is bitches. These men want to be men, but they want to be taken care of. They want a mother. They want somebody to hold them, pat them on the back, teach them how to be a man. No, when you get with me, I shouldn't have to tell you how to be a man. You should already be a man. So if you listening to this and you know you out here half-assing it, Stop trying to fuck with these women. If you want to get pussy, just tell these women, hey, I want to get my dick wet. Stop selling dreams because you're not all the way there. You women out here, if you know you sad over your last relationship or your baby daddy and all the rest, stop getting in these relationships with these people and bringing them down. Just have sex. It's nothing wrong with sex. I don't give a fuck. You want to keep your body count down, keep that shit to yourself. Ain't nobody gonna know how many people you fucking if you don't tell nobody. And that's facts. Stop telling your friends that you done met little Tammy at the gas station. Hey, you met Tammy at the gas station. Tammy had them gray sweatpants on. You seen what the fuck you needed to see. You want to do what the fuck you needed to do. You keep that shit to you. Nah, you ain't a hoe. Because don't nobody know you a hoe but you and your pussy. Stop telling these people your business. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, it will be when niggas falling out of your shit, though. So
yeah, but you know what? Sit down, do your fucking hoe baths. What they tell people to do, soak in vinegar. What you do to get that shit tight? Do your Kegels. Shit, I don't know. What you need to do is get that one toxic ass nigga that both of y'all know what it is. And just that's what it is. Just toxicity until you're ready to get yourself together. Because at this point, I don't know.
Well, look, y'all want to go to the beginning of this. If you just coming in and you want to see what we were saying about the versus battle, we didn't went across so many topics. We didn't went in tonight. So here's the thing. I'm gonna leave this up. I'm gonna post it, leave it up till the morning. At some point, I'm taking it down tomorrow. I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to put it on. I will be putting this whole thing on YouTube. So you definitely want to subscribe to YouTube because that's where you're going to catch up on all the other Rants and Ropes episodes and snippets that we've done previously. Because we've been doing this. This is the 12th episode. We've been doing this for 3 months now. So it's a lot of to stream to, and that's just one show because there's so many shows. You know what I'm saying? You go on there and check it out and subscribe. Go on there, check it out, subscribe, and go ahead and come through. You can literally, if you tired of Netflix, go to Rocky Road Flicks. So we got so much shit on there. It's crazy. Keep you going for days. But yeah, y'all, it's getting late. I think
you have been missing out.
Yeah.
Go to Rockyroadmedia.com and subscribe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And also, y'all, tomorrow at 5 p.m., I am dropping my next episode of Sports Talk with Whitney B. I was thinking about taking a break, but I've been having people recently just telling me y'all looking forward to my shows. And actually, it's been people that I've been connecting with through here, Rants and Robes. So tomorrow, 5 p.m., the podcast Sports Talk with Whitney B is dropping. RockyRoadMedia.com and MyWhitneyB.com. So please, y'all, just subscribe to both websites, RockyRoadMedia.com, MyWhitneyB.com. You can see both links in our bios. Again, whatever y'all doing, if y'all, whatever y'all doing, podcasting, YouTube and gaming, whatever, hit us up in the DMs and let us know what y'all doing. We would love to support you as you support us. Watch your show, leave a comment or whatever. Please, if you can, go on Apple Podcasts, Rocky Road Productions, RRP Porch Talk. If you go on Apple Podcasts, it's RRP Porch Talk. Please listen to the show and leave a positive comment and leave those 5 stars tonight if you can. But by tomorrow, it will be greatly appreciated. This is what we do. We do this for y'all. Y'all DM us. We give y'all these shows. We see y'all in the comments. We comment for y'all. So just go to RockyRoadMedia.com for everything you need to know and subscribe, because if you subscribe, you'll get those emails that's pertinent with all of the information that you need from here on out. So again, go ahead and click that link in the bio, subscribe to the website, and then you'll never miss out on anything because you'll always get the updates. You can also go to my page, My Whitney B here on Instagram. The link is in my bio, and you can subscribe to my website. And again, never miss out on anything, but we do this for y'all. We came here after the battle. The YouTube is Rocky Road Productions LLC.
All links in the bio.
Yep.
All links in the bio. All links are in my bio.
Y'all gonna
Oh,
like Rants and Robes though. Rants and Robes of all the shows that we do, this the most laid back, serious, most unfiltered shit we do. Even though the podcast be on it, my God, my fucking head is looking like an airport rat. Like some shit just ready to take off from this shit.
it was crazy. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we have more time on Rants and Shade and Shenanigans. We only got an hour. But you know, that's another thing too, y'all. We are really real quick before I get off of here, I just want to let you know that Rocky Road Productions was built to eventually be a huge building that will employ all people of color. And I say of color because I'm talking about not black people, but people of color, period. And it's all facilitate their dreams in entertainment, journalism, stuff like that. So I need your help. We need your help with donations and stuff like that to build the building. And you don't even have to give money. Really, you can go and buy a t-shirt. I've got tons of t-shirts, so you feel like you're getting something for your money. However you want to do it, we're just asking for some help. Even if you want to buy some equipment, that's an option too. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel like your money is, I want you to feel secure in donating, but we're going to need those funds. So help us spread the word. Sports Talk is tomorrow with Whitney at 5 o'clock. So you want to look out for that. Sports Talk is tomorrow. But yes,
I
go.
got a good show for y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna be talking about women in sports. We
Yeah.
coming up. Women, we making our way in everything. So y'all don't miss this because it's about us, women. Mm-hmm. I
Yep.
dropped my link in the comments for y'all.
Yep. So go to link in the bio. Go to mywhitneyb.com. Go to my link in my bio. Go through that. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, please. The link is in the bio. You ain't even got to search it. Go to the link in the bio. And it's going to be labeled Apple Podcast. Everything I have is very labeled. I make it very plain. So there is no guesswork. So check out those links. Subscribe to the YouTube. We'll be back next week. Today, we started late because of the versus battle. It just didn't make sense. That I think that's very arrogant to go live when something like the versus battle is going on because people are going to want to tune into that. So we waited till it ended to start our show. Next week it will be 8:30 at EST, Eastern Standard Time. Next week on Wednesday we will do Rants and Robes live at 8:30 on Eastern Standard Time. So check us out. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's a minute after midnight, y'all. We're gonna see y'all next week.
I'll
Bye.
see y'all tomorrow.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.